Hey guys, Jason here with another trading video. Today I'm going to be doing this video on ticker symbol CVM. I got in on the short side today with this particular stock. It's a recent, runner and dropper. It dropped really hard a couple days ago, and it was just starting to continue the drop. This is the daily where I always start at. You can see a couple days ago, it was probably Monday or something, it went from $27 to $8, and it closed around $13 or $14. And yesterday it dropped probably about 10% or so, and today it was just dropping, making new lows. This is the daily. Like I said, it's a new low for this particular stock. And I like getting in the stocks when there's no resistance overhead on the long side and no support on the downside if I'm shorting. So I'll go to the 5-minute here. You can see this was Monday. It opened up really low. Yesterday, it popped up a little bit, but then just sold off. Then it kind of recovered a little bit, and then just sold off into the close. Today it made a new low, and I wasn't able to trade until the afternoon. The last couple hours of the day, I started looking at stocks. I was busy this morning, running around, doing all kinds of stuff, and I was kind of hesitant on trading. I wasn't going to trade anything unless I saw anything really good, and I was looking at different stocks. So I looked at the top losers and the top gainers. I didn't see anything really that great on the top gainers list, but the top losers list, I saw some. This is like the only opportunity I saw that was halfway decent. This wasn't the greatest setup, but it was pretty decent. I mean, it had no support down below. This is the 5-minute chart. You see it gone from like around $12, and it just kept selling off all day. And it's nice, nice clean smooth action, especially if you're gonna get in on the short side. Like right here, it starts dropping, then it squeezes some shorts out, but that had no follow through, and it just keeps selling off. This would have been an excellent entry right here. Actually, this consolidation right here would have been great, just writing it down. I didn't get into it there though. I actually got into it right on this candle, and I covered down in here. Let's go to the 1 minute. See, I tried to get into it short around 78, but by the time I placed my order, I marketed it in. I ordered, short selling, shorted it on the market, and I got filled. I got filled on a drop, which isn't good when you're shorting. I looked at this consolidation area, and it looks like it was losing steam, and it was going to start selling off again. So I got filled at 867 right here. I held on this little pop right here. Then it started selling off. Then I put my stop right above that little pop, and I just rode it all the way down. And it dropped really hard. And the drop didn't get it lower than 820. It didn't get that low. It started rebounding. Volume started to kick in. It was starting to reverse. So I covered on this little slight pop because the volume was coming in. I didn't want to hold it for another pop, so I covered it at 832. You know, I got in at 867, so I got in here, held through this, dropped, started to rebound. I got out. It was a $138 win on 400 shares. I actually would have used 1,000 shares, but I wasn't too I wasn't too comfortable with it being at the end of the day, and I like to get into stocks a little bit earlier than ride it, you know, through the whole day. And but today I was in a bad mood. I was upset, ticked off, and I'm like, well, since I'm kind of emotional, you know, I won't trade with so many shares, so I don't do anything stupid. But I really should have used more shares. But thinking back about it now, I probably shouldn't have used more shares. I was, you know, a little emotional, a little ticked off. But yeah, it was a good trade. What I was looking at with these levels right here, like I always say, you know, old support becomes new resistance. And if you look at this, okay, look at where it was starting to lose steam at. Like right here, look at this level. This is what I want you to look at. Look over to the left. It was support at one time. It actually broke through here. It broke through here, and it was using this as resistance. Then it broke through. Then it used it as support. Then as soon as it broke down below it, it sold off. So I was wanting this old support to become resistance, and it start to sell off just like it did here on this drop. I wanted to do the same thing. It just dropped so hard, you know, so fast. I knew it was going to recover quickly. With the slower drops like this right here, the slower drops, stair stepping down, you want to kind of ride those out, you know, like this consolidation area right here. This support becomes resistance for this, and it drops. And it same thing here. This is like textbook. Yeah. So yeah. As soon as it started, like, you know, making lower highs. Usually it starts off when something's gonna break down like this. It usually starts making lower highs before it starts making lower lows. Like that little bit of support right there will hold for a little bit, but once it breaks, a lot of times it breaks pretty hard. This is a pretty decent trade. Yeah, like I said, I like to trade stocks to where there's not going to be any support or resistance, you know, when I'm going on the long side. This is only like $9 to borrow 400 shares, so it was actually pretty cheap. Borrow fee, it wasn't bad at all. But yeah, I got in at, you know, 304, then I covered at 311 for a $138 win. I'm gonna keep this stock on watch for tomorrow potentially. So I like to look the last 3 days and see what it's done and see what it's trending to do in the future. You know, I'll look for like a pop like this, and possibly a drop, then a consolidation area under VWAP. I love that. I love the consolidation under VWAP when VWAP's pointing down. So, you know, it's selling off like right here. Like all these. If I would have gotten to this trade earlier in the morning, you know, potentially could have made a lot of money. But, you know, if I got into, like, let's say it here, and, you know, it dropped down to here, then this little consolidation area, I would have probably set my stop loss above this consolidation area. And once it, you know, would have probably broken this high right here. I would have gotten out. If I was short, holding it down here, I would have held until it broke this little pop. I would have probably held it and had my stop above this green candle as it's dropping down. Then as it pops up and it starts dropping down like right here, I would have put my stop above this green candle. And you can see as soon as it breaks that candle right there, as soon as it breaks above it, you know, it pops up, pulls back, uses that old resistance as support right here, and it pops up. But, you know, that's just to get all the shorts out, then start selling off again. A lot of times when stocks drop so much and no one wants them, the only buyers are going to be short sellers, you know, buying to cover to get out. So as soon as they see an opportunity to short this again, they're going to take it. Like if I were to reshort this one again, I wouldn't have. I might have taken a short in here, but I doubt I would have. I like to wait for it to look like it's dying first. I would have probably gotten into it right like here or something like that. I've probably tried to write it down or whatever. But this had a lot of really good action. Like I said, I wish I would have gotten to it earlier in the morning and maybe played it a couple times. I thought about reshorting this because I have one more day trade for the week, and I thought about reshorting this after it, you know, popped and starts dropping again. I thought about getting in at like, I don't know, I think it was right here at like 30, 38 or something like that, because it was just slowly dropping. And if it would have broke this level right here, it could have gone a lot lower. But the reason why I didn't is because this was a higher low. This was higher than this low. So you don't know if something's going to reverse or not. So that's a sign, you know, something could reverse. And, you know, if I would have gotten in short right here, like I was thinking about, you know, I would have probably gotten stopped out at like, let's see, like 53 or something. I would have gotten stopped out right here. And you can see that green candle, as soon as it pops up above that level, this level right here, you know, it consolidates and holds that, you know. So shorts got out right there. Yeah, another green trade. Last time was like $20 loss. This is $138 win. Pretty good. I'll keep this one on watch for tomorrow, and hopefully it's another green trade. All right, guys. Hope you like my video. See ya.